Yo, what's up with it? This your boy Noonie, and this Leo in the third house, back with another reading. This gonna be a pick a card reading. Gonna be asking the question, who secretly resents you? So I thought this would be a good one because we never know. They may be hanging out with us, being friends with us, being lovers with us, being employees by us, being bosses to us, being pastors, reverends, whoever's to us, being levels of authority, or just people that we don't even know. You know what I mean? Could be co-workers, like who secretly resents you. And I'm gonna try to figure out the why in there as well, okay? So we're gonna see why they feel that way, all right? As always, thanks to those people who be liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, getting involved. Thank you very much. Thank you to those people who booked that personal reading. What else? I think that's it. It's another great day, so we about to be getting out here pretty soon. I gotta get a shape up too, so I hope this reading don't go over an hour because it's gonna take me like 15-20 minutes to get to the barbershop. So I ain't really trying to do too long, but I am trying to go in deep. You know what I mean? So let's just see what we can make happen and get it going. All right. So I got 4 piles. I'm sure you probably already went to your piles by now and didn't hear all this spill, but we're gonna start over here with pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4. All right. I'm gonna get started over here with pile 1. Boom, pile 1. So, pile 1. Who secretly resents you? Ooh, we got a Leo. We got Leo twice, so it could be 2 Leos. We got a Capricorn. And we have a Sagittarius, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. So we have 3 Leos, a Capricorn, an Aquarius, a Scorpio, and a Taurus. All right. These are the people who are resenting you, or the person who is resenting you secretly too, okay? This is secretly. All right, now this person is very materialistic. They get a lot of attention. They're very generous. They get a lot of attention is the big thing here. All right. Now this is a person who feels like this is an unlucky time for them. So they're trying to just go with the flow of life. Now they're also a person who can be a bit impulsive, but right about now they may be feeling unlucky, so they may be trying to kind of like feel their way through, because this is crown chakra, right? And so this has to do here with more so getting downloads from spirit. So they're more so just trying to listen, like they're trying to hone in on what the universe is trying to tell them, but right now they're feeling unlucky. They're feeling like it's not their time. See, rabbit spirit in reverse is usually, when it's upright, I know that it's about going out and like enjoying yourself and like childish glee. It's almost like the sun energy where you're like really radiant and enjoying yourself and everything's like full of wonderment. But in reverse, it's like they're not feeling that energy. They're not feeling like there are other things going on. They feel like things are working against them, like the universe is working against them. That's the energy it feels like. It feels like the universe is working against them. And this is people that you've had intimate conversations with, that you've shared your feelings and emotions with, okay? These are also people who are very materialistic and they're not being their true authentic selves, all right? Now, this is a person or people who feel like they're broken, so they're having issues feeling grounded and feeling stable within themselves, because root chakra is here. All right, so they're having issues staying grounded and rooted within themselves. Now, these are also people who are very proud, very, because I got it right next to all that glitters. I got Leo right next to all that glitters. So this has to do with being prideful, but they're also very loving, and that's why, because you've been in intimate settings with them. This could be like family, friends. These are people who care about you like family, all right? Because you got Isis here, and Isis is about people who will protect you. So these are people who really love you and really care for you. They just resent you because it looks like you're moving forward and you're moving past regret, resentment, and you're moving on and having a new cycle. Now this is thing that people see you've gotten like be over. Look, I'm gonna show you how it looks. All right. So this is the 10 of Swords. This is your two of Pentacles in reverse, and this is the 3 of Wands. And this is how it looks for me in this way, right? Where they're, you're leaving all this behind and you're climbing up. And then next comes up, it's like you're climbing above, the sadness, the guilt, the shame. And then you're coming here into this new destiny, this new beginning, this new, it's a new cycle for you, new experiences, all right? This is growth. This is success as well. They see you elevating above that. And, and these are people who love you. They just secretly resent you because you guys might have been in the same place. That's my intent. Maybe you guys were sharing because, the people that we hang out with, the people that we associate with on a regular intimate basis, they reflect a version of us. And so that's probably where you guys maybe might have trauma bonded or something of that sense, or you guys were just, at one point you guys were at the same level. So you might have been a person who was very much into like material, status, the way things look, as opposed to really getting deep or diving deeper, right? And so now these people are, this is good because it's not necessarily like a negative thing. I didn't do this with the intention of getting negativity. I did this with the intention of understanding where other people are coming from. So really this is about they're doing the same thing. So it's like you're inspiring them. That's the real vibe. You're inspiring them, right? By kind of like surrendering. Because this is the energy that you guys are in. So you've either surrendered and just kind of like decide to elevate past, these past betrayals, these past heartbreaks, these past disappointment, things that let you down, these give or take situations where you had to have a lot of power plays, what I mean? Because I learned that about the Five of Swords. That's a power play. The Five of Swords is usually about like an ultimatum. Ultimatum. And I'm only saying that because in order for you to get to the Ten of Swords, you had to at one point encountered a Five of Swords moment. The Ten of Swords is just a culmination of all the swords at the end, and where it's just become too much and it never played itself to the way that you thought it would be, or the conversations that you might have had, or the intentions that were set. They just didn't come through, and it hurts because it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to get to the Ten of Swords. If you really think about going from the Ace of Swords all the way to the Ten of Swords, it's a lot of work and a lot of drama, a lot of conflict in between. Sneakiness, deceit, heartbreak, needing to take a break, ultimatums, fighting, needing to walk away, trying to find, calmer waters, and then still carrying the burdens from that, and then over analyzing the situation, being stuck in your head, still obsessing about it to the end where you finally let it go with the Ten of Swords in reverse. That's pretty much where you were at. Like you went through a whole length of stuff. A whole length of like a battle, pretty much. And now you're elevating above it with this Three of Wands, because Three of Wands is about seeing your ships come in. And this is you elevating above the Five of Cups energy, that resentment, So you've gotten over the energy of resentment, and shame and guilt, which is now allow you to get a new cycle and new beginnings, and maybe even push you into success. All right. And that is why they resent you, because they don't feel as lucky as you. They're trying to listen to the universe. They're trying to be restored. They're trying to get grounded. But shortly, what's going to be coming for them is they're going to be releasing their attachments to the highs and lows, because that's really where the issue is for them. They're looking at your success as a failure for them, and that's why they resent you. Because right here we have patience and we have trust. And I know because I know this deck, so I know with patience and trust, this would be the advice that they would need. They're going to need to be patient. They're going to need to trust, because what they're doing right now is they're looking at their circumstances from a physical perspective and not from a spiritual perspective or a higher perspective. They're seeing it as what's happening right now for me is more likely how it's going to continue to happen for me. And see, you stop feeling that way because you move past that Two of Coins, which is usually a unsurety or a juggleness, feeling clumsy, feeling slew-footed, feeling like you're not getting it right. You've gotten over that, you've gotten over those past disappointments and betrayals, and beating a dead horse, like you no longer are harping on the things that disappointed you or let you down before. And you started moving and elevating past that. And so it's going to happen for them because they're learning to surrender to the divine now. And they're learning to that they need to get grounded and be more aware of themselves. They're going to get it. It's going to happen for them. It's just currently right now, they just resent you for moving a little faster than them. And it's not malicious. That's what I really do feel. It's not malicious. It's just that these are probably be people who would call you and tell you about all their financial successes, all their material gains, all their women, all their followers, subscribers, all the, you know what I mean? Something about, status and not nothing, either status or material. That's what they're going to call you about. Not the deeper aspects like what they're going through emotionally, or, something that perturbed them, or something that, made them feel insecure, or, you know what I mean? Like you guys have had that conversation, because that's there here too. So you've had like intimate conversations and confessed deeper feelings, with them before, and shared a level of intimacy, but it's just that you've elevated past that level of basing yourself on the prior defeats that you've encountered, and now elevating past that. And so that's why they resent you. So this is also people who maybe stay in the house a lot. They don't really move, or they're not as active anymore, because it says get the fuck outside. So this is probably people who are usually isolated, maybe in the house, because, usually when you deal with a lot of shame and regret and resentment, and you deal with, like, you still harp on betrayals and all that, it usually keeps you in the house, because that's usually where you should be at, doing hermit mode. But sometimes people don't really do the deeper introspection. They just kind of sit and wait and hope that life changes for them. But this isn't the case for this couple, or for this pile. I said this couple, so maybe you're dealing with somebody who's a couple. But I'm thinking about, like, this pile. This isn't how, this is how these people are. They're not like that. You know what I mean? They're more so that they care. They were just hoping it was them. You know what I mean? That's all. They just were hoping that it was them that had been able to move first, because they're watching you elevate, but it's kind of like you're leading them, you're showing them the way, and they just kind of wanted to be the leaders. That's all. It's not really anything personal. It's just because they have this superficialness. For them, it's about attention, pride, respect, being admired, because the first card out was Leo. So even if they're not a Leo, they just like a lot of attention, a lot of admiration. They like a lot of people to give them compliments, a lot of people to tell them, great job, you're doing great. That's what they would like, all right? So these are that type of people, and they slightly resent you for this, for being able to achieve a new experience or a new cycle, to break that pattern that you were once exercised, or that they once knew you in, okay? So here's the advice. It says, patience. Patience is required at the moment. You may feel that things are not moving as fast as you would like, yet there is a lot going on energetically. The current situation, causing concern, is evolving positively. Let go and have patience. You will eventually realize that this whole event was in fact a blessing. All is perfect as it is. Trust. You are eternally loved and guided. And then we have trust. That's funny. It says trust, and then we go over to trust itself. Okay, so it says trust. You are looking at a situation from a purely physical perspective, and therefore you cannot see the bigger picture and the blessings interwoven within this event. We, your angels, urge you to trust, for all will work out in the best way possible. Let go of your fear and apprehension and allow God's healing energy to flow to you. Trust, for all will heal in ways you never thought possible. All right, so pile one, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and this is Leo in the third house. Boom, pile two. So, pile two. Who secretly resents you? We have Libra, Taurus. We have Scorpio. We have Taurus again. We have Aries. We have Capricorn. We have Gemini. We have Virgo. All right. I can tell you why right now, why they mad, because they're not feeling as creative as you. Now, these people are creators, though, okay? So, dig that, all right? These people are creators, all right? Now, these are people with a lot of wisdom, a lot of intellect, could be browner skin, because, I got this Y, and Y is about knowing their intentions, you know what I mean? And I feel, because what's showing up here is love. So these are people who also have some type of attraction to you, yet these are also people who are very attractive. All right, because we got I don't see Leo, but we got Libra, we got Scorpio, and we got Taurus. And we know those are my attractive signs. And you got those coming straight out. So this is sexy. This is physically attractive. Body, great, nice body, right? And these are people who have, belongings. They have stability. They have possessions. They have some type of stability or status, right? A lot of sex appeal is what's really showing up here. So these are very attractive people, all right? And they secretly resent you because they're feeling like they're not able to create the outcomes that they're looking for. They feel like they're stuck in situations that may be quite dead end, you know, because I'm looking at the devil with the 5 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles, the 4 swords, you know, with the Magician in reverse. This is usually about, you know, so sometimes it could be in a good position, but in reverse, I would see this as, some people would call this black magic, like they're kind of wishing negative thoughts and wishing, like, you know, poverty, and they're wishing that you would, you know, come to a halt. They would hope that you kind of become stagnant, or that you don't have options or opportunities. They don't want you to have new opportunities. You know, they're hoping that you don't recognize, because the 5 of Pentacles also has a star in the window, and so they're hoping that you don't recognize that you have brand new beginnings or new opportunities arising. Okay, now these are people who have brand new opportunities themselves. They're very abundant, you know what I mean? But the issue is they have a problem with being alone, because we have cat spirit in reverse. So these people don't really like doing these things on their own. They don't like being alone. So maybe you're used to being alone, you know, because the 5 of Pentacles and 4 of Pentacles, 4 swords and the 5 of Pentacles too can give me an energy of like being alone. You know, I think about the 9 of Swords, right? Because it's a 5 and a 4. So now we're about to do something that I normally don't do. So we got a 5 and a 4 in Swords, a 5 in Pentacle, right? Makes it a 9. So let's just go both ways. So let's say it's a 9 of Swords. You're still a person who sits alone. You may be obsessive, but you may kind of like keep yourself isolated from other people, you know, from other people's ideas or from other people's thoughts, you know what I mean? And they maybe assume that you're like going through something, you know what I mean? They may assume that you may keep it quiet when you're going through something. Now let's go to the 9 of Pentacles, right? Because there's a 4 and a 5 again. So let's say now that you're a 5 of Pentacles. So they say that they would think more of you being very independent and like kind of like allowing yourself. And so this is them overthinking about what your independence is doing and your level of abundance. So they're thinking about your security. All right. So it's them overthinking about your security. All right. That's what's going on here. This is why they're upset, because they're feeling like they're not as creative or as abundant, able to create opportunities like you are. But these people are already infinitely like abundant. They already have abundance. They're just not recognizing it. You know what I mean? So they secretly resent you. All right. Now this could be a musician, you know, or this could be just someone who's, like I said, a creator. They create. They may be in the same position as you, but they're prosperous. You know what I mean? They're prosperous. All right. And they're just overthinking what you have going on. They're stressing and they're obsessing about what you have going on, because Scorpio energy here represents obsession. All right. So that's all. You know, these people, they're grateful for what they have, and they may be even inspirers, people who inspire people for self-worth. Like they have a high level of self-worth. They just feel like, you know, you're doing the same thing. They feel like you're releasing yourself from maybe negative toxic traits, negative toxic patterns, you know, and this is giving you a brand new beginning. You know, they feel like you're like you don't, okay, because now I'm seeing it in another way as well. They're feeling like you don't have to do the work. You know what I mean? They feel like, because the Magician in reverse can, in a positive aspect, can be allowing the divine to take over, where you don't have to do anything. So from the outside looking in, it looks like you're being manipulative, or like you're not working hard, or like you didn't earn what you have, or like you weren't using your mental processes to get things done. They feel like you might have created it in ill-gotten ways as well too, because this could be like thinking that you've done this in ill-gotten ways, like maybe sex work, maybe you sold drugs, maybe you sold guns, maybe you scammed, PPP'd, maybe you swiped, you know what I mean? Like that's how they're feeling. They're feeling like you've been able to create some type of abundant or new possibilities ill-gottenly. You know what I mean? They feel like maybe you manipulated something, or you know what I mean, like you've done something that wasn't by the book, you know, that was non-traditional or kind of dirty. You know, and so these people have a resentment, because this card also represents resentment, and it also represents having some type of grudge, like holding a grudge, which is still a resentment. So that's it. Like they're holding a grudge about you because of, you know, they're becoming as prosperous as them, you know, but you're independent doing it, and they don't like that. They feel like you found a way to either hang on other people's coattail, or another way to like attach yourself in where you don't have to do as much work as them. Because that's what it's really about. Because when Taurus shows up, these are people who work hard, who put a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of like reliable and stable, you know what I mean? And these are people who also do things by the book. You know, this isn't a by the book thing. This is more so about knowing your clear intentions, you know, knowing why you're doing something. And so that's kind of where these people are as well. Like they're doing things by what they figure is by the book, what they figure they're doing it the right way, and they're abundant in their way. You know, they're very abundant. They just looking at what you're doing and thinking that you're having maybe an easier ride. You know, and when they really want, you know, they're overthinking it. They're obsessing about your resources. They're obsessing about, you know, what money you may have, or they're obsessing about your new opportunities, you know, and how you're freeing yourself from this poverty mindset or from this lack mindset. All right. So these people also feel like other people don't understand them. So they feel outcasted. They feel like, you know, and that's where the codependency comes in, because you know, codependency is usually dealing with your value being based on how other people see you. So they don't see you as that type of person. They see you as a person who's placed himself on a pedestal, you know, and released, you know, the expectation of other people. You know, so this is people who don't really know how to ask for what they need. You know, they're working on being more open, being more balanced within themselves, learning how to give and take equally in love. And when I say in love, it doesn't always mean intimate. I mean, it doesn't always mean like relationships. It means like, you know, friend to friend, family to family. You know, if we've been working together at the job for a while, chances are I love you. I care about you. You know what I mean? So they're not quite sure how to be fair yet with their equal give and take. You know what I mean? And so that's why they don't have the opportunities to be as free. Like they feel like they need someone. They always feel like they have to have someone with them, or they have to have I just feel like they feel like they just need to have someone with them. That's what these people are, because you're very independent. You know, and they feel like they need to have someone. They're trying to do it by the book. And that's why they secretly resent you. You're able to create by yourself or on your own. So it's like two different messages. Maybe because Venus shows up, this is also about courtship. You know what I mean? So they could like, okay, so like I'm picking up like two stories, right? It feels like first it's like people, they love you, they like you, they're attracted to you, right? But you're very independent. You know what I mean? You're kind of like, you might be in a third person party, or you might be into like what they consider as toxic, you know what I mean? Or some type of situation. Or if it's not toxic, you may be being abstinent, you know what I mean? Because I look at the Five of Pentacles with the Devil in reverse. That's like releasing toxic behaviors and not having other people around, isolating yourself, you know what I mean? Self-imposed isolation almost, because you don't recognize that there are plenty of options behind you, you know what I mean? So that's kind of what's going on. Like these people have options and opportunity, but they can't be alone. They don't like being alone, you know, and that's probably why, because you're more like peaceful. Maybe you're, like I said, maybe you're abstinent, because that's the vibe I get here, kind of was like abstinence, you know what I mean? Four of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Devil in reverse. It could be like a level of abstinence from either from drug abuse, from sex, from overeating, from overindulging, you know what I mean? You could be going through that, you know, and these people, and when you have Taurus and Scorpio, for me, that's obsessive and that's overeating as well. So these could be people who kind of like, and they had that obsessive energy with the way I broke it down earlier with the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. So it's similar to something like that. That's what it really feels like. But check it out. From a place of love, they're needing to speak up what it is that they need. So these people are afraid of speaking their truth as well and really expressing themselves emotionally. They're learning, you know, but they're not quite sure why they feel the way they feel about you, because they have a lot of self-worth. They have a lot of confidence. They have a lot of stuff going on. These people have a lot of stuff going on. They have abundance. There's no reason for them to feel this way, but they do, you know, because maybe it's because, you know, you've placed yourself on your own level of like, you placed yourself on a pedestal, you know, and they can't maybe figure out why, or, you know, or maybe you're just not indulging in the same things that they're indulging in. And that's where the issue is for them, you know. But anyway, these people want to really speak out to you. You know, they have, like I said, they have the resentment, because that's what this reading is about. But they wanted to release that grudge and this resentment towards you. You know, so they're learning to have more compassion. Now, whenever this is showing up, this is deep emotional trauma that we deal with. You know, whenever release negativity works up, and it's also whenever work through your fears shows up as well. But when release negativity shows up, this can also be like a sexual release, but this could also be like releasing the grudge, releasing the resentment. And that was crown chakra. And then here as the advice, it's crown chakra again. All right. You know, so it's here, this could be overactive sexual energy, because I'm seeing that sacral chakra here. You know what I mean? And, or it's not sacral chakra. This could be, this is not the sacral chakra. This is root chakra for me, right? Because it's like a maroonish. And so here, this is about them not being grounded within themselves. And that's where they're having a codependency issue. They don't like being alone, all right? Here's the advice though. So, oh wait, this is people at your job. It says shit is going down with your job. So this is people at your job. All right. This is other creators. This is other creators. So it says shit is going down with your job. It says reevaluate, change your perspective, or fucking quit. All right. So just be aware of that. Compassion. Dearest one, be compassionate towards yourself. Surrender to self-criticism and fear that has you believing you need to improve in order to be worthy. You are perfect just as you are. The only thing that needs to change is your perception. You will come to realize the jewel you are when you love and honor yourself as you are. Okay, so pile 2, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the 3rd house. Boom. Pile 3. So, pile 3. Who secretly resents you? Okay, someone you're fated to meet. Could be a Leo. Could be a Capricorn. Oh, this is real short. This is straight to the point. So, oh my God, they say fuck them. It says fuck them. They broke your heart. Okay, so this is someone who broke your heart. But there's a feeling of like, yo, listen, all right, so all right. So this person feels like they weren't able to manifest the abundance that they wanted. You guys were fated to meet each other, soul's purpose. Now, like I said, there's only 2 signs. You know, it could be a Capricorn, could be a Leo. You could be a Capricorn, you could be a Leo. I'm looking at pride got into the way of this. You guys were destined to make this. You know, this was karma. This is a karmic tie. But this north node is going towards you, or where you're destined to be. So at the best, or at the least, I would say that you guys were destined to meet each other. All right. Now this person may feel like there's no hope for this connection, or there's an issue, or they may fluctuate between with the energy of feeling like there's a higher purpose for this connection. All right. They're learning to connect with their higher self. You know, this, like I said, this is a person who's very egoic, very stubborn, could be very attractive, you know, very sexually attractive too, because the devil shows up for me as lust, attraction, obsession. So there's a level of obsession here, right? And there's a feeling of being treated unfairly. You know, I got the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. You know, and it's right lined up under they broke your heart, fuck them. So they feel like you treated them unfairly. You know, they feel like maybe you had them in a toxic, maybe there was, they feel like you had them in a toxic situation. Maybe you were talking behind their back, or maybe you had them in a third party situation, something toxic where there were other lovers, other partners. You know what I mean? They felt like you were doing things that wasn't good for them, though. That was unsafe for them. That didn't make them feel safe. You know what I mean? Maybe you could have been gossiping, or you know what I mean? Because the 3 of Pentacles is usually about like wanting to cooperate. So they could have felt like you were just like collabing with other people, or working with other people, or doing things with other people, yet treating them unfairly. All right. That's why they secretly resent you. All right. Now, this is a person who's having abundance. They're just not aware of it. You know, they're getting a promotion. They just feel like they're going in the wrong direction, or like maybe like this connection, or like this relationship, because this is promotion. So this could be a job. You know, this could be like a career as well, where the abundance is coming in, but it just feels like the way that you're going about doing it is not getting you the benefits, or not getting you the results that you're looking for. You know, so if it's a relationship, it's like however you guys are attacking it, or however you guys are working it, it's not giving you guys the result that you're looking for. And if it's a job, it's just like you feel like maybe they're underpaying you, the conditions aren't safe, the employees do a lot of gossiping, you know what I mean, or your co-workers do a lot of gossiping, you know what I mean. It's that energy of feeling like there's toxicity in the company, or in this relationship dynamic, and you felt like they felt like, or you felt like, you know, that you were being undervalued, or that they were being undervalued, you know, shortchanged, breadcrumbed. You know, they felt like they weren't getting enough here. All right, so they feel like fuck you, you know what I mean? You broke their heart. You know, that's really how they feel secretly. All right, this is a secret resentment. They don't want to say that outright. But you got heart chakra here, so there's some love here. Well, it's not heart chakra, but it's pink, so we're gonna say heart chakra. All right. I think that's the color of heart chakra anyway, but I don't know. I usually go by my decks. I didn't really go by like anything else. I just go by the color of the decks. If the decks say, hey, this color is that, then that's the color it is for me. You know, so I'm assuming that we're gonna say it's the heart chakra for now, because that's how it felt. And it's a heart. So we're gonna say it's a heart chakra. So there's love here, okay? But there's a big thing of ego here. You know what I mean? Or at least if you're working for a company or a job, then they care about you. You know what I mean? Because there's promotion here. You know, it just feels like the promotion that they're giving you isn't moving you in the direction that you want it to go. You know, it wasn't big enough. You know what I mean? They didn't give you enough, you know? And if it was if it was like a relationship, you know, promotion towards moving it to a more serious connection, it's like the way you guys are going about it, it's not getting you guys there, all right? But you guys were fated to meet, you know what I mean? And so, you're gonna be using your intuition. This connection has taught you guys to use your intuition. You know what I mean? You or them. You know what I mean? That's probably what's happened here. They're learning to use their intuition. You know what I mean? But I feel like because it's a relationship or it's a friendship or it's a company or it's a business or whatever it may be, you guys are going to have to share in the same energy. So whenever this chakra shows up, this is about you learning how to use your intuition as well. So you both are connecting possibly psychically. You know what I mean? Even if this is like a boss or a manager, like you guys just get each other. There's a natural inclination of getting each other, because devil for me represents strong groundedness, you know, because there's a pentacle here. I mean, there's a star here, but I kind of see it as a pentacle right now. All right. And so for me, this is about being grounded here. If you look at it, it's in the third eye. Well, right between, you know, it's right here in the third eye, but it's like right between the crown chakra, it's at the crown chakra, you know what I mean? And so here, this is that energy of having a psychic connection, you know what I mean? So even if this is like I said, a boss or a friend, you guys have this natural understanding of each other, and that's why you guys could have been like part of the same, I mean, what do they call it? Twin flame, but I didn't want to say that. It could be like part of the same, you know, the same light, same whatever. All right, my bad. I don't mean to downplay your shit. I'm just saying, like, it could be something like that, because it's North Node. And North Node always represents where the soul is really desiring to go. So this is something like, if this is a job or a career, you really desire to be here, you know what I mean? Or you really enjoy what you're doing as a career or whatever it is, you know, you just feel like the abundance is taking too long to come in, or the end result is taking a very long to come in, and you feel like the way that you're doing it isn't really moving you towards where you would like to be. You know, maybe you're promoting new ideas, but you're kind of inflicting your ego into it in the way that you want it to move forward. You know, and that might be what's kind of stopping you right now. But like I said, you guys are psychically connected, or, you know, intuitively knowing of each other, because we have third eye chakra, and we have, like I said, I was just telling you about that I'm tripping. What was I just saying? The crown chakra. All right. So those two things, for me, that's psychic ability is popping up here, or a psychic connection. All right. Anyway, this relationship has a higher purpose. Okay. So it's saying connect with your higher self and allow to be guided to your higher purpose as the veil of illusion falls away. So this situation is teaching you to use your intuition and teaching other people to use their intuition. All right. Here's your advice. It says eternity. Gently move your awareness from the eternal world to a world of light within your heart. Allow each breath to heal you as you drift to a place beyond time. Eternity exists within you, forever sparkling like a diamond. You are, in essence, a shining star, forever transforming to ever greater light. So, pile 3, that was your reading. This is your boy Noonie, and this is Leo in the 3rd house. Boom, pile 4. That's your reading. So, pile 4. Who secretly resents you? Could have been someone you were in a relationship with. Or it could be someone who's inspiring, very expressive. Could be a singer. Signs we have are Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries. This person is a dreamer, for sure, because we got Pisces energy, but we also have dreams, and it has belief. So this means that this person is a person who could be maybe higher up, or have some type of dream or desire to do something here. You know what I mean? They're learning to honor themselves, all right? This person is learning to get more comfortable within themselves, because we have sacral chakra and we have heart chakra, all right? And I know this is about self-love. This is also, I mean, because Self-love could also be solar plexus and the heart chakra. You know what I mean? But here I feel this is more about like acknowledging yourself. They're getting comfortable with their body. They're getting comfortable with who they are at self, and just honoring the way that they are, you know, and not judging themselves and not beating themselves up. They're just getting comfortable, you know, and they're also allowing themselves to, because when a personal issue reaches resolution, this is also about allowing people to get close to you. An emotional situation that you've had for a while, or emotional, like something that had you tied up emotionally for a very long time, is coming to an end. You know, people are finally starting to express their feelings. And with potential or sextile, sextile is a helpful energy. I think it is 120 degrees. I think it is. Or I think it's 120 degrees. Or that might be a trine. I know 90 degrees is a square. But anyway, I could be wrong, I could be right. We don't know. I'll have to look it up again, and then I'll know next time. But I know that sextile is very cooperative, very helpful energy, right? So sextile shows up in your life when you need some help moving forward. Now, it's not a trine, because a trine pushes you. You know, whether you're ready or not, you're getting pushed. You're like the baby bird off a cliff. Sextile is more like the energy is there for you, and with some work and elbow grease, doors will open. So with an emotional situation here, this is a person who has an emotional attachment to you, an emotional involvement to you, and with work and with cooperation, you guys are going to be able to work through it. All right. Now, this is a person who has a problem speaking their truth, or clearly articulating their feelings. All right. They're very ambitious. They know how to resource. They know how to use all of their resources around them, and they know how to ask for help. All right. They could be also very helpful as well. All right. Now, this could be a person who is wanting something, because Ishtar also represents losing something and having to fight hard to gain it back. So this person could be that type of person who is working to gain something very hard. They're very ambitious. They have a level of drive and a level of for lack of better words, again, ambition. You know, they want to get things done. You know, they're very creative, because you have sacral chakra here. So they're a creator, and they have singing. So they could be at least musically inclined. They may not sing regularly, you know what I mean? Because canary spirit here is here, and they may not express themselves so much for fear of how other people will perceive them, or they may be a person who always tells you what you want to hear. You know, like if you be like, hey, are you going to call me tonight? He'd be like, yeah, I'm going to call you. But he's really not going to call you. Or she'd be like, yeah, I'm going to call you back, or I'm going to hit you right back. And they don't hit you back. They're that type of person, you know, where they don't really want to tell you like it is, but they're having issues right now going through a regeneration. And so you may be helping them or encouraging them to get through it, you know, because it's right next to sextile. And regeneration in reverse means that you're having a fear of transforming and letting go, and having new situations come into your life, or having old situations transform into a new form. You know what I mean? And the reason they're feeling this way is because the ten of swords in reverse, seven of swords in upright, and the tower in reverse. It's basically you left from a situation that you knew had no outcome that you would expect. You know what I mean? It says ancient shit is cool. You need some fucking yoga in your life. But what I read is ancient shit. So it's, I guess maybe you've gotten over past resentments, but I don't feel like resentment here, because a tower doesn't necessarily mean resentment. For me, a tower for me is moving away, and they felt like it was a power play, right? Because the tower is Pluto energy, right? It's Pluto energy, and that's ruled by Aries, and it's Mars energy. I'm sorry. It's Mars energy. It's not Pluto. But I think of Pluto for some reason, you know, but it's Mars energy, you know, and Mars energy is about aggression. And on the inside, you know, and I'm looking at it as a tower, it's like you moved away from this aggressively, you know what I mean? Or you moved away from a situation that you felt was falling apart. You know, you basically are carrying your own burdens, and they were left feeling like they've been betrayed and like they were let down, you know, like you weren't, like, you know, because where it is, you guys are sharing in the same energy of honoring yourself and learning to get more comfortable in your body and learning to get more comfortable with expressing yourself. So you guys are sharing in that same energy. So this is just a person who resents you because you moved a little faster and learning how to express yourself and learning how to put your voice out there. You know, they felt like you just like left from the situation without really an explanation, because the Six of Swords is like, hey, this is like a peaceful way of me I'm just going to leave. There's a burden to it. You know, there's a little bit of indecision. There's a little bit of, you know, of a feeling of having to walk away, because there's that Five of Swords energy in there. So there's that energy of having to walk away, yet wondering, was this a good thing? Did I win? Did I lose? You know what I mean? I wanted it a certain way. I had an expectation and it didn't play out that way. So it's like you carrying the conflict yourself, you know, because you felt like there wasn't going to be a desired outcome coming from this. You felt like it was going to fall apart or that it wasn't stable. You know what I mean? This could have been that. It could have been an energy of feeling like it wasn't stable, but this could have been something from the past. You know what I mean? Or this could be someone who's into yoga, Reiki, spiritual things, you know, health, wealth, maybe they eat good, you know what I mean? Or something of that sort. There's love here as well, you know, or admiration, you know, because heart doesn't always mean love. It can also mean admiration. And so that's why I'm feeling here as well. You know, there's a person who these are people or a person who feel like other people can't be trusted. So they have trust issues. They're working through that. And that's what a personal issue reaches resolution. You might be helping them work through that by leaving, you know, because you've left. That's what it's looking like. It's looking like you left, you know, and you may be helping them work through this regeneration where they may be having a hard time transforming into the version of themselves that they envision themselves being. And so that's where they're at right now. It's like, you know, they're a person who kind of like, they're a person who keeps the same, maybe not the same routine, but they keep things as they always were. Like they believe in traditions. They believe in family values. You know, with that Cancer energy, they believe in family values. You know, they believe in sacrificing themselves for the ones that they love. You know, and they feel like you just kind of abandoned them or you just let them down. You left them. You betrayed them, and you know, and you carried your own burdens. You know, because maybe you felt this wasn't stable. This is what it shows. It just shows that you just felt like it wasn't stable. All right. Now you're more open to new possibilities, you know what I mean? And you're going through a positive change and transformation. They're just struggling. But because you're going through it, so listen, I've heard this one time where they said when you heal other people around you. Now, when I first heard it, I was like, I called her a bee and everything in my mind. I was like, girl, bye. What are you talking about? When I heal, they heal. But it's very true because I've noticed it as I heal. The people who I once interacted with are now changing their life as well. Maybe not as fast as I am, but it did inspire them to go do the same for themselves. You know, so when you heal, you do heal the people who you once interacted with as well, because they recognize you. Even if they don't say anything, they'll see you from a corner and notice, dang, Sherry changing her life, Brittany changing her life, Derek changed his life, Mark changed his life. You know what I mean? Maybe it was me. Maybe I need to get myself together. And so you're helping them through, you know, evolving and growing yourself. You know, you may be very ambitious. You know, you may be into the spiritual stuff if it's not them. You may be the one that practices yoga or breathing techniques or ancient studies or ancient beliefs. You may be the one that does that. You know, you may be the one who's a singer. You may be the one who's, allowing your, you know, singing your own song or singing your own tune or telling it like it is, where you're not really too worried about how other people are emotionally going to take it or receive it. So this person, you know, they're learning from you how to honor themselves, you know, and they secretly resent you for that, for leaving them in the past, you know, or for just leaving them behind. You know, you just kind of like, maybe you felt like it was a dead situation, because that's what it feels like here. It just feels like this is a dead situation, and maybe like they've been always doing it the same way, and they have trust issues. So maybe they don't talk. Yeah, they don't talk. They don't talk much. They don't open up. They don't talk much. All right. So they're learning to trust their heart, and they're learning that they can create their own way, because they've been used to honoring traditions. It needs to go this way. It needs to go this way. And they're now learning based on probably what you've done. You know, because, you know, with the Six of Swords, this is usually about transformation or a transition. So you've transitioned into recognizing, you know, a new perspective, because the Tower in reverse can be a new perspective. You know, seeing things from another perspective is just how I'm going to say it. All right, that's all I'm going to say. So seeing things from another perspective. All right, and so they're going to be learning how to trust and discern. You know what I mean? That's what's happening. So their heart chakra is being open here, and their sacral chakra is being open here. And this is helping them process grief and allow change and allow themselves to feel more sensual and relaxed and calm within their body. That way they can trust in their own moves, and they can trust in the new people that are coming in. They can trust the change that's coming in. All right. And that's what's going to happen for them. All right. So let's go over the signs one more time, and I'm going to close this out for Power 4. Okay. It's going to be Cancer. It's going to be Scorpio, Aries, or Pisces. Okay, this is who these people are, and they secretly resent you. Here's your advice. Believe. Be open to all possibilities and opportunities. Let go of preconceived ideas. There is nothing to fear, you are constantly surrounded by love. Start to believe in yourself and trust your instincts. Wondrous possibilities and opportunities abound provided you are flexible and retain an open mind and open heart. Believe all is possible. And then you have dreams. This is a wondrous time of healing and positive transformation. Embrace life each moment and keep focused on your dreams. Retain the purity of your vision and you will draw success to you. All you have ever wished for, even that which seemed a distant dream, is about to manifest. So, Pile 4, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the third house. I'm out.